Alex Jones, reports came out yesterday afternoon that Alex Jones, breaking, Alex Jones Infowars assets to be auctioned off. A federal judge will approve auctions of Alex Jones's Infowars assets this fall to help pay over $1 billion in damages to the Sandy Hook families. The auctions start November 13th with Infowars trademarks, copyrights, and websites up for sale, followed by all studio equipment on December 10th. So by the middle of December, everything we know of Alex Jones and Infowars will be gone. Every bit of it, gone.
I think Elon should buy it all and just give it back to Alex Jones as a big screw you to the government.
It'll be interesting to see. I don't think they'll let him buy it. I really don't. I don't think we'll let him. I don't think they'll let him buy it. It will be interesting to see what happens next. I don't know exactly what the rules will be. Is he allowed to create Infowars uncensored, Infowars 2.0? Is he, will he join another network? But let's go to our next thing. We actually have an article on this, so I want to read a little bit further into this. If you think that even though I believe that Alex Jones overstepped some lines with the Sandy Hook stuff, pretty much everyone I know agrees with that. A $1.5 billion lawsuit fine is insanity. Okay. It is absolutely insane. Even if Alex Jones has a net worth of like 200 million, $1.5 billion is nothing more than a judge saying you will be bankrupt. You will be.
Yeah.
Like we're going to end you. It's only a matter of time. All right, let's zoom in a little bit. Judge will approve auction of Alex Jones Infowars to pay Sandy Hook families. I want to read this article about this here. All right, yeah, bring it in. Let's get. All right, this fall, Alex Jones Infowars media platform and its assets will be auctioned off to help pay for over $1 billion. We just read that. Jones promises to keep doing his talk shows through other platforms, like a new website or his personal social media. He has also hinted that his supporters might buy Infowars assets, allowing him to keep hosting his show as an employee under the Infowars brand in Austin, Texas. U.S. bankruptcy judge Christopher Lopez in Houston said on Tuesday that he will approve the Infowars auction starting in November. However, he needs to update a previous order to clarify that the trustee handling Jones's personal bankruptcy case has control over the assets of Free Speech Systems, the parent company of Infowars, which is fully owned by Jones. All right, let's go down a little bit here. All right. The order Judge Lopez plans to approve would auction off Infowars intellectual property such as trademark, copyrighted content, social media accounts, and the website starting on November 13th. However, Jones' personal social media accounts, including his X account with over 2.8 million followers, will not be part of the auction. The Connecticut families have always sought a fair and equitable distribution of Free Speech Systems assets for all of the families, and today's decision is a significant step forward, Chris Matai, lawyer for some Sandy Hook families, said, quote, FSS will now be sold at auction, meaning Alex Jones will no longer own or control the company he built. This brings the families closer to their goal of holding him accountable for the harm he has caused. Back in June, Jones said, quote, the situation with Infowars being shut down by the government is accelerating. Although Infowars dodged a bullet over the weekend, likely due to a huge outpouring of public awareness, things are heating up as early as tomorrow, and there's a very real possibility the courts may attempt to shut down the Infowars offices, locking the doors, seizing the equipment, etc. Tomorrow, this was Monday, June 3rd, and force them to stay offline until an upcoming emergency hearing on June 14th, during which the court is apparently going to decide whether Infowars assets are to be immediately liquidated, effectively terminating the Infowars broadcast infrastructures, which has always been the goal of the cabal in power. Remember when everybody said he was a conspiracy theorist and that wasn't real? Remember that? Mm-hmm. Remember all the fact checks that were coming out? Quote, "You are watching America slide into blatant despotism, where the government targets and jails its political opponents. Trump, for one, tortures and jails peaceful protesters January 6th and shuts down opposition media by force. Stay tuned in to the Infowars.com for live broadcast of Alex and crew. Pray for them all and make this whole situation go viral so that everybody sees the full force tyranny being unleashed against independent media in America. I'm trying to reach Alex for any further information, but have so far been unsuccessful. I do not know for sure that Alex would call for everybody." Okay, this is a quote. Who is this a quote from? It doesn't even give us who this is saying this. This is terrifying to me.
Mm-hmm.
It goes with what I was talking about. If you believe they're coming after all of us, comment yes or no in the chat right now.
They will find a way.
I think that if we lose November 5th, if we don't do our job and we lose on November 5th, I think this is what's going to happen to all of us. I think there's only a matter of time before they either bankrupt us by cutting off all of our abilities to monetize, to be able to pay for people to work here, or they're going to sue us out of California. If this law is held up in California that you can be sued for, misinformation that they deem what is misinformation and what's not. They are the arbiters of truth, the ministry of truth. The elites decide what is true and what is not true. But we have a video real quick. I want to play this, and then we'll go into discussions about this a little bit more. Let's play it, Royce.
The breaking news about Infowars. So I figured I would come on here and just make a public statement. Let me start with this. I've never been more proud of the work that I've done at Infowars. You see, when I left sports media in 2016 to get into political commentary, it was Infowars that invited me in. It was Infowars that offered me a job. I was an anti-government guy. I was an anti-lying media guy. I was an anti-lying politician guy. And quite frankly, for somebody like me to break into the political media like that was not an easy thing to do. And there weren't really platforms out there that would host a guy like me or eventually give me a show and allow me to create my own content in the way that I see fit. But Infowars did. And it's now total confirmation that I made the right decision. And let me tell you, it was a decision that came with a lot of consequences. Some obvious. I was put in prison. I've been sued multiple times. I've been attacked. I've been assaulted. I've been censored across the internet. I get blackballed from pretty much, or have been in the past, from pretty much all conservative outlets. But you notice that the narrative is changing. You notice that everybody sounds like Infowars now. You notice that everybody wants to have Alex Jones on now. Because they're realizing Alex Jones and Infowars were not censored, were not attacked, and now as of today, being shut down and liquidated, not for lying, but for telling the truth. Because you see, if it was for lying, then wouldn't it be the mainstream media on trial? Trump-Russia collusion, Hunter Biden laptop is fake, vaccines are safe and effective, weapons of mass destruction. Should I go on? So no, I've never been more proud of my work at Infowars than I am today. I've never had total confirmation that I joined the right team of telling the truth and anti-corruption media when I joined Infowars. And now, yet again, at this level of the Infowars saga, people will see how the First Amendment and free speech is under attack, and all the weapons they will use against Americans to try to take your rights from you and shut you down if you won't be silenced. Now, that's all I'm going to say on this. I'm not going to comment on the court developments or the legalese. I would advise you to tune into the Alex Jones Show tomorrow. This is his company. This is his story. I was just honored to be a part of it. But stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. We're in a fight for the future of this country. We're in a fight for freedom. We're in a fight for truth. And it's never been more proof positive that I made the right decision in that choice to join Infowars. And I've never been more proud of the work I've done at Infowars. Brings
up a good point. If media outlets and independent media can be held responsible for getting things wrong, then why is Fox News, CNN, MSNBC, ABC, the list goes on, the Young Turks, like the list goes on and on. Why are not all of these other places liquidated and put out of business? Because how many lives were lost from everyone in the mainstream media being wrong about COVID? We were right. We said, don't take the shot. Cancer's up 300%.
Myocarditis.
Under the age of 50. We said lockdown's not going to do anything. We said masks don't work. We said all of these things. We said the Hunter Biden laptop was real. Mainstream media, social media outlets, all this stuff right now. Why isn't anyone winning court cases against Mark Zuckerberg? Why? Well, why isn't one? What was the original owner of Twitter's name?
Jack Dorsey.
Jack Dorsey. Why is it Jack Dorsey in prison? Why is he worth hundreds of millions of dollars instead of liquidating and taking everything that he's got? If it was truly because Alex Jones was wrong, then that sets precedence for every other media outlet when they get something wrong to be taken out. But they're not. Why? Because it's not about being right or wrong. It's about the dissenting voice versus those that fall in line. And even though they seem like they're on your side, they're still playing within the rules enough that they're allowed to stay. And that is what I keep warning everybody is coming. If we lose, I don't think it's going to be very long before all the dissenting voices are gone. If you agree with that, comment yes or no. I'd love to know your opinions in the chat. But that's where I see things going, and that's why November 5th is such a big deal for all of us.
I lost a comment over here, but somebody had said that Crowder is close to being shut down as well. And
Yeah.
I don't know what evidence they have on that, but
Well, and that's the thing, because all the dissenting voices, and if I may be honest for a minute, and it's not anyone's fault watching this show or anything like that, the American people are not able to send enough money of support to shows like ours, Crowder, Alex, everybody. You guys don't have enough money, nor should you have enough money to keep us afloat and keep us going.
Because the government will just take that too.
Yeah,
Like,
and so what happens is we become dependent on sponsors. We become dependent on, even if we set up a subscription service where you can like subscribe to us and we get 10, 15, 20,000 people paying, $4 a month to keep us going, we still have to use systems that are controlled. The servers are controlled by bigger, better, badder organizations. Unfortunately, YouTube, unfortunately, Facebook, Instagram, all these things, we still can only do so much because the elites control the big assets for people actually to make big differences. And so it's this battle. It's like trying to stop an avalanche with like an in-home little heater. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
That's what it feels like. And it really is. This is how much, we are fighting a David and Goliath battle. And, I think that this is the last stand for things the way that we know them to be and the way that we want things to be is November 5th. We're 42 days away, November 5th. Everybody's got to do their part. Everybody's got to fight, because we have to win. If we don't win, I think that you won't be hearing from us for much longer after that. That's just my gut feeling. I hope I'm wrong.
You're not, bro.
But it's my gut feeling.
You're not.
Look, Steve Bannon's in prison. Steven Crowder is about to be shut down. I know that the Blaze is hurting. Daily Wire has got money, but now Daily Wire is having to move their movies. I'm not 100% sure if it's a sign of success that Matt Walsh's new show went into theaters as opposed to just being behind the paywall of Daily Wire Plus, or if it's more of a, hey, this ain't working, we got to get into the main systems of things. You know what I mean? And that's not a hit against Daily Wire. I'm just saying, to me, that shows more of a, hey, we can't afford to keep keeping this internal. Like, we have to put it out into these systems. Like, we have to. You see what's happening to Alex Jones? It's going to continue to happen more and more and more. And this is happening under an administration to where the current president is an Alzheimer's patient that doesn't even know what's going on. Imagine Kamala Harris. I just think that it's going to be worse than you imagine.
Yeah.
And that's why we have to fight.